I'm your first interview, you know. So how are you feeling right now?
A little bit nervous. I'll be okay.
You'll be okay. So could you tell me a little bit about yourself first?
My name is Kim Park, and I'm 23 years old. Actually, I was born in Masan, which is in Gangnam-do, and I grew up there before I got into the university. And I went to Jail Girls High School in Masan, and then I entered the Seoul Women's University, and I graduated there in 2005, and I transferred to Korea University to be a teacher in 2005. So 2.5 years later, I graduated. Now I'm here.
Yes, you're here in Jail Girls High School right now. So what, sir, why do you want to work for your old school? You may have a lot of choices. Do you have any special reasons for applying to this school?
Actually, I have such a great time with my friends and my teachers on the campus. So actually, I met two of my best friends when I was in Jail High School, and I really want to say thank you to my teachers that I had, because they feel really a great job for me. So I want to be a teacher like a teacher who I had when I was in second grade in high school, because she spent extra time for me to answer all the questions that I had about the Korean language. I'm not good at the Korean language, so it was a hard time, but she helped me a lot. And then I want to contribute something to the students who are in the Jailgirls High School and the school, because since I have a lot of merit from the Jailgirls High School, so I want to give it back to the student and the school. That's why I want to work at the Jailgirls High School.
So you like your Korean language teacher?
Yeah.
When you're high school first. And then you completed 2 degrees in 2 majors, but it's not Korean language, geographical education, and English education, right? Why do you want to teach English instead of geography education?
I like geography. I choose geography as a subject when I should take an exam for entering the university. I like it a lot, but since I decided to be a teacher, I think I'd better teach the subject that I like most. So that was English. I've studied English for about 10 years. I don't think I studied English just for getting a good grade on the exam. I like it a lot, and I like to learn English. So I want to share my experience with my students, and teach them very well. So that's why I choose English English that I want to teach.
Thanks for the clear answer. And I was very impressed with your volunteer experiences. You have worked for Indian Spring, Special Equestrians, and you were partly responsible for the disabled children, Down syndrome children. Do you think you can manage a class for the disabled student after you were accepted in this school?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I could do that. Many people have a preconception about people who have physical difficulty or mental difficulty, but actually it's a difference with others. People tend to judge someone by how they look, or how they look. And, yeah. So first of all, I'm gonna persuade the other student in my class, because it's like all the people can make perfect on all the subjects. So it's something like that. If one student can be good at English, but she cannot good at she might not good at the mathematics. So it's like something like that. Since she is in the high school, so it means she has a great will to learn, and she has the ability to learn. So as a teacher, I should take care of her. So I'm gonna find some several friends who get along with her, and then let her know the kind of characteristic or the symptom what she had as a kind of illness. So and then try to support them to develop their relationship.
Yes, you're definitely qualified for that field. And what is one most important thing you think as a quality for a high school student? I mean, high school teacher.
I think all the people are the same. So every student has a different perspective and different background and different characteristics. So as a teacher and instructor to them, so I need to approach them with a various perspective, because I need to focus on each person for letting them follow their dreams, or letting them do whatever they want. So you might say it might be hard because a lot of people in just one class, like I think usually 40 students are in one class. But as a homeroom teacher, if I could be in charge of a class as a homeroom teacher, I might not approach a student in detail, but I could give a guideline. Such as setting a goal together, and then let them know about the way they can approach, something like that. I think I can manage it with the students.
As you know, teachers have a lot of work besides their teaching job. So, how do you feel about working overtime?
Many people doesn't like working overtime, me either. But if I have to do work overtime, it is a requirement to me, because I'm teaching student, I'm an employee of the school. That's what I have to do. So I'm willing to accept to do that.
However big the task will be.
That's what I have to do.
Yes. Finally, if you are allowed to work here in your old school, what would be one thing only you can do to your student?
To my student, I think I could give them, maybe I can share the history of our school, or I can share my experience that I had when I was in high school, or something like that. And then I may approach them to follow their dream, or to whatever they want, because as I told you, I want to contribute something to the students. So maybe I have, compared to other teachers who are not graduate this school, maybe I have more. I think I have a great passion more than they have. So I maybe work really hard with that. So that is one thing that I can give them.
If you have any hobbies you can share with your student, I think you can be more efficient teacher. And is there any hobby of yours you can use when you're teaching English or the other subject to your student?
When I have free time, I usually watch movies or read a book. But for learning English, I usually watch the movie without the subtitle and watch watch it, and then sometimes I try to find the information about the movie and try to figure out. And then I look at the kind of the script of the drama or sitcom, and then try, if there is a word I don't know, I try to figure out something like that. It might be one way to improve my English, but it also could be could give the students kind of as an information, as an example. I can mention it as an example in the class if it's needed. That could be one thing.
So, when can you begin the work?
I think I could for 3 years, then in September in 2005, if you are allowed to make work here.
Is there any questions? Is there any questions you have?
Actually, I have 2 questions. I know we have 3 schools. They go to middle school, they go high school, and they go Yale High School for the boy. So I know teachers are supposed to transfer among those 3 schools. How does it take to transfer from one school to another?
It depends on you, but basically, as for the English teacher, we have a policy that you should be transferred within 5 years. It's because the stagnant water rots, so we have the policy.
Okay, and one more, is there any advantage that I would take if you allow me to work here as an employee?
Since you're a female teacher, so you can take advantage of the pregnant vacation when you're pregnant, and you can also have some benefit of pension after you retire.
Okay.